Bhaskar Patnaik, a banking professional, first blind person to complete the CAIIB certification, and an award-winning writer. Here goes the article.
Optimism, the radiance of life. Optimism manifests health, happiness, and success, while pessimism diminishes us and sets us back in the journey of life. So nurture optimism. It is said that the world lives on optimism. Optimists are the embodiment of hopefulness, cheerfulness, brightness, and buoyancy in the journey of life. Optimism is not overconfidence. An optimist is a person with strong will. He is synonymous with inspiration, love, bliss, satisfaction, happiness, joy, and success. Optimists always hope for the best in life's oscillations. They wouldn't lose their nerves after 100 failures. On the other hand, a pessimist is one who sees a crisis in every opportunity and has a constant threat perception. He is a worrywart, glum, unenthusiastic, cynical, sarcastic, scornful, doubtful, distrustful, and suspicious. Why be an optimist? The situations, resources, and the nature and degree of problems could be the same, but optimists and pessimists perceive the same scenario differently, so their decision-making differs diametrically. Fear creates danger. Audacity creates paths towards opportunity. Pessimism kills our resolve and impoverishes the soul. Success for a pessimist may be fluke, and failure could further drive him into misery. For an optimist, failure is the stepping stone for success. An optimist may not find success every time, but optimism surely gives him the strength to cope with failures positively, face the stresses of competition in a positive way, and plan a successful future. Positive persons exhibit optimism, which is based on reality. To understand better, let us imagine a situation where mariners voyaging in the high seas are confronted with a major mechanical failure in the ship, and efforts to revive the ship go in vain. In this situation, the pessimist feels doomed and disconnected. According to him, the ship may sink, a whale may tilt the ship, a cyclone may lash out. He may not be wrong in this assessment, but such an attitude only exacerbates the situation, nor would it help him to come out of the tough situation. On the other hand, an optimist would continue with efforts to get the ship repaired. He goes on comforting the crew, explicating various possibilities for salvage operations and use of rescue boats. He alerts swimmers in the ship. He requests passengers not to worry and to wait for the rescue ship. This should be the spirit while dealing a crisis. Cultivating optimism. Optimism can be nurtured. One can rescript one's thoughts by restructuring one's attitudes, imaginations, perceptions, values, emotions, feelings, beliefs, expectations, assumptions, etc. Some of our thoughts that require rescripting are fear, self-expression, frequent boredom, lack of clarity on one's goal in life, extreme sense of urgency, lack of single-mindedness of purpose, insecurity, diffidence due to poor interpersonal relationships, dissatisfaction with oneself, addiction to drugs, dislike towards job, etc. Rescripting helps us see things afresh. The world will then appear different. A rescripted person will also recognize and accept opportunities and respond to the change positively, quickly, and creatively. Rescripting habits. Ideas and perceptions take deep root in our psyche and become habits. We unconsciously replay many old scripts under stressful conditions. Habits shape our behavior, though we are not conscious of it. Negative emotions set negative habit patterns. It is said that we generate around 60,000 thoughts every day. About 80% of these thoughts are of a repetitive nature. We can change our thoughts by our will. We can change our focus and redirect our thoughts. We should constantly review our behavior and rectify our bad habits. Positive intelligence. Positivism and optimism go side by side. Positive intelligence helps us develop honesty, feedback, connection, resilience, awareness, depth, etc. These traits direct our emotional energy to firm up our self-worth, self-image, self-esteem, and self-confidence. If our self-esteem and self-confidence is high, social bondage will be firm. A positive emotional intelligence generates energy to build support and trust in relationships. Negative intelligence vitiates the social ethos and cherishes misery. We must use our emotional intelligence to transcend negative neural scripts. Self-confidence will help us change the quality of our thoughts. We should pay attention to the messages of intuitive signals that start confidence-building measures. Otherwise, we run the risk of losing our peace of mind. Self-worth is the ability to accept oneself without the need for approval from others. No one except us can measure our worth correctly. Self-actualization. When the meaning of life is missing, we adopt wrong strategies under the influence of our ego and guilt. When our ego misguides us, we experience inner pain and tension. If the meaning of life is missing, we mournfully feel that life is empty. Self-knowledge is self-discovery, which is essential for transformation. Our perception is responsible for our deeds, experience, and the meaning of life. When we operate from the premise of humanness, our predicaments can be turned into achievements. As a result, our life will have meaning and purpose. All human interactions are opportunities either to learn or to teach. If we understand ourselves, we will discover that we have more potential than we had imagined. When we feel lost, we should search within us. Our insight will provide creative solutions. We have to discover our inner strength. Loving relationships act as psychotherapy and mobilize our resources to change negative into positive scripts. Love is that state of mind which we can not only revel in hope, but also help chase away despair in others. Love turns the emotional vacuum created by fear into achievement and accomplishment. Faith is more powerful than logic and reason. Anxiety makes us thoroughly incompetent. Instead of creating problems for ourselves by breaking down or giving space to negative thoughts, we should accept the realities and consciously strive for solutions by interpreting the experience on an optimistic note. Life may have problems, but we can live with exuberance and quality. We cannot change what has already happened. However, we can ensure a better tomorrow with the help of our will, intelligence, discretion, experience, courage, and patience. We can elevate our self-worth and utilize our full potential. The life journey. We are made to sail, in parentheses, live, in oceans, in parentheses, temporal world. We cannot be afraid of the eternal profundity or the vastness of the mighty oceans and the roaring waves, because they are like that by nature. Never ask yourself, why are troubles always after me? This is because they are your cohorts. Don't fear, I have tiny hands, petite legs, and a miniature body. How can I swim in the gigantic ocean of odds? There is the most powerful mind with you. It is only you who can whirl it. We will swim our life's journey with determination till we reach the shore. We are soldiers in the battlefield called life. Let us move forward with optimism as the light of our lives.